Let me be real with you for a second. If you're chasing financial freedom, that dream where money isn't a constant weight on your shoulders, where you wake up and make decisions based on what you want, not what you can afford, then you're not alone. I've been there too. And over the years, I've realized something most people don't tell you. Financial freedom doesn't come from a lottery ticket moment. It doesn't come from just one big break. It comes from a handful of brutally honest decisions, ones that don't look sexy on Instagram or TikTok, but completely change your life over time. So in this video, I want to give you the advice I wish someone gave me years ago. Not the sugar-coated version, not the get-rich-quick stuff, the real truth. Let's get into it. Number 1. Stop thinking it's just about the money. Here's the first hard truth. Financial freedom has less to do with money and more to do with what money represents. When people say they want freedom, what they really want is control. Control over their time, their decisions, their stress levels. Think of someone earning $65,000 a year. They work remotely, rent an affordable apartment in a Midwest town, cook at home, and spend weekends hiking with friends. Then picture someone making $200,000 in a tech job in San Francisco, paying $1,400 in rent, constantly stressed about quarterly performance, commuting an hour each way, and with zero time for themselves. Who feels more free? Money is a tool, not the destination. And too often, we get caught up thinking more money is more freedom, when really, it's how you use it that matters. I've seen people making half of what their peers do who are 10x more relaxed and fulfilled, because they aren't caught in a lifestyle that demands constant financial juggling. If you want freedom, stop chasing just the dollars. Start building a life where your decisions aren't driven by financial panic. Number 2, your first priority isn't investing, it's stability. Investing is great. Yes, compound interest is powerful. But before any of that, you need a solid, boring foundation, financial stability. Most people skip this part. They jump straight to stocks or crypto, hoping to multiply money they don't even have a firm grip on yet. But imagine trying to build a house with no base. One strong wind and it collapses. Stability is the base. It's being able to handle life when it throws you curveballs, and in America, it throws a lot. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine in Dallas was doing everything right, investing in her Roth IRA, building up her Robinhood account, until her car broke down and the repair cost $2,300. She didn't have the cash, so she wiped her emergency fund and took on credit card debt at 26% APR. That $2,300? It became $3,100 by the time she paid it off. Now imagine if she'd prioritized savings first. No stress, no debt spiral, just a minor inconvenience. Before you put your money into assets, put it into protection. That means 3 to 6 months of emergency savings, basic insurance coverage, a buffer in your checking account, no high-interest debt. With stability, you don't invest from fear, you invest from power, and that's how real freedom begins. Number 3, don't copy, design. We live in a world of financial blueprints. Everyone's got a side hustle strategy, a FIRE plan, a passive income roadmap. But the truth is, your financial freedom has to be designed around you. You don't need to live like someone on TikTok renting a van and traveling across national parks. You don't need to copy the guy who bought 5 Airbnbs and now sells courses online. You need to figure out your vision of a free life. For one person, that's retiring at 40. For another, it's being a stay-at-home parent. For someone else, it's living in a paid-off house in a quiet town and never worrying about credit card bills again. I had a coaching client in Chicago who kept trying to mirror her friend's aggressive investment strategy, but it stressed her out. It wasn't aligned with her risk tolerance or lifestyle. Once she stepped back and started building a plan that fit her actual life, her financial habits clicked. Don't chase someone else's dream. Design your own, down to the dollar. Number 4, boring is what actually works. We all want things to move fast. We love the idea of rapid success. But when it comes to money, boring is what actually works. The financially free people I know don't obsess over every dollar. They just set up a plan and run it, over and over again. Auto-saving every month, buying index funds, paying down debt with a snowball or avalanche method, budgeting once a month, not daily. And guess what? These people are sleeping just fine at night. One couple I know in North Carolina made just under $90K combined. They never bought new cars, skipped the downtown apartment, and didn't jump on every tech trend. But they maxed their 401ks, paid off student loans early, and said no to lifestyle creep. Now, they've got over $350,000 saved and are on track to retire in their 50s, with no stress. That's not flashy, but it works, and that's the kind of boring I want in my bank account. Number 5. Your friends will probably not understand. Let's talk about one of the hardest parts of this journey. Sometimes the people closest to you won't get it. You'll get comments like, "You're no fun anymore. You can't take it with you. Just spend it. Why are you always budgeting?" In your 20s and 30s, especially, peer pressure is real. Everyone's upgrading: apartments, cars, phones, clothes. And when you choose not to, it feels like you're falling behind. But here's the thing. You're not behind. You're just ahead in a different way. A friend of mine in California skipped every friend cation for 2 years. Instead, he focused on paying off $40,000 in student loans. People laughed. "You'll never have fun," they said. Today, he's debt-free, owns his condo, and just took his first international trip paid in full, while his friends are still juggling multiple cards. Stay focused. Your future self will thank you for every awkward no thanks you say today. Number 6. You don't need more goals. You need a system. We've all said it. I want to save more. I want to start investing. I want to quit living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, but what's the plan? Goals are great. Systems are what make them happen. A system is simple, repeatable, trackable. For example, here's one you could start tomorrow. 10% of each paycheck goes straight to savings. You use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings debt. Every Sunday, you spend 15 minutes reviewing your money. That's it. Not complicated, not overwhelming. You don't need 17 spreadsheets, you just need a process. And the best part, systems reduce stress. They make decisions automatic, which is exactly what a financially free life is built on. Number 7. Freedom is a feeling you can practice today. You don't have to wait until you're 60 or have $1 million portfolio. Freedom starts with small, daily choices that make you feel in control. It's choosing to make your own coffee instead of impulse door-dashing $20 every morning. It's feeling good about spending $200 on something you love because it fits your plan, not your guilt. It's unsubscribing from comparison, choosing your lane. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is realizing that you're not chasing money, you're chasing peace. So look for moments where you already feel free, saying no to a purchase you don't need, and feeling proud, leaving a toxic job, even if the next move is uncertain, setting boundaries around money with friends or family. These moments are practice, and the more you practice, the more real financial freedom becomes. So, if you're chasing financial freedom, here's the truth. It doesn't happen all at once. It's not a dramatic glow-up. It's built in quiet, clear, consistent decisions over years. It's choosing values over validation, simplicity over chaos, and alignment over attention. You're not behind. You're learning. You're building. And the good news, you already started, just by watching this video. If this resonated, give it a like, drop a comment, what part hit you the most, and subscribe for more honest, non-hype advice about money, mindset, and your rich life. Because freedom isn't about money, it's about choices, and you deserve to make yours.